Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Here I am Aditya Agrawal. Today we are starting a new topic, data science. Today we will learn everything about data science, how we can implement data science in using Python or R language. In this video we are taking Python language. So let's start with basic in Python, how we can perform different things of data science in Python. So first we start with basics of coding in Python. In this, first we will understand how to use commands in R or Python. We will understand how we can use commands in Python. For single line commands, we can simply use hash symbol before the command line. If we want to implement multiple line commands, we can simply use three single dashes, single these symbols. So uh, by this we can use multi-line commands uh, before starting the multi-line command, and after completing the command we have to put this symbol. We can also use this double double comma for this multi-line comment, and these comments are simply ignored by the interpreter while processing the program. As we can see this in this, the interpreter is only executing this command, print hello world. So our output is only hello world. It is not executing this comments. Next, we will learn how we can execute commands in Python. So, to execute commands in Python, we have to use a library called subprocess, through which we can execute commands in Python. For executing commands, we have to use the run method of subprocess library. So we can simply assign the output of, first we have to pass the two variables. Our first is our command that we want to execute, and the path. Second is the path that we want to, where we want to execute that command. And we want our output in text format, so we put text equals to true, and our whole output will be stored in the result variable. So to print the output, we have to print result.std out. uh, if we want to run a command with arguments, so we can use uh, this syntax. And if we want to run a command with user input, so simply we can take input from a user and then we can pass it to the sim run function, and in this way we can simply run our command uh, in Python. So our next topic comes that importing packages in Python. Uh, in packages are simply libraries, or we can that we can use in simple words. Packages are libraries like libraries that we use in C or C++. In Python we use packages. So for importing packages, we can use different methods. Like first we can import uh, type import and write the name of the package. And as we can see in this example, import math, and then we have used the function of math, that is square root of 25, and then we print the result. Secondly, we can uh, import a package with, we can import a package with an alias name, so that we have not to write a long name again and again. So for this we have this method. We can use as keyword to use aliases, and then the same we have used in function of this numpy package, and then printed the result. As you can see here, these are the outputs of the this functions. If we want to import a specific function of a package, we can also do it from by this syntax, we have to first write the from keyword, then the name of the package, and then import keyword, and then the name of the function that we want to import. And if we want to import everything from a module, we can use this function from math, from, then the name of the package, then import, and then star. This star indicates that we want to import everything from the package. And then we have used as example function for from the math, and this is the output. We can see by executing it, the output is same. Now the next topic comes that how to get data into Python, how we can load our data set, or our data that we have, on which we have want to perform our data science, or we can say analysis, data analysis. So for getting data into Python, we have to use pandas library or pandas package. It helps us to read CSV file, Excel file, or any type of file in Python. For example, here I have taken a example CSV file, automobile.csv, and I have passed the URL of that file to the pd dot I mean pandas dot read CSV function. Then it returns me the whole file content to a variable. I can check by using data.head method. You can see here, when I execute it, the same output comes. uh, all the things that were in the automobile.csv has come here. Now we understand how we can save output in Python, means how we can uh, accumulate the our output so that we can use in future. For if we want to save the output of a data visualization process, I mean if we want to save any graph, we can use that function of matplotlib save fig, and it will save our output in the form of png file. Or there is, if we want to save our model, a machine learning model, so we can use, for example in this we can use joblib package. Joblib package provides us a function called dump, which helps to save a model which we have trained on dataset in a joblib file. In this way, now the next topic comes how we can access records or variables in Python. So to access records or variables in Python, we can use different methods. Here we will discuss. Let's take a sample data set, and first we will convert it into a data frame by using a data frame function of pandas library. First, if we want to access a particular column of our dataset, so we can simply uh, call it by passing we can simply pass its name into our data frame variable, and uh, here we got our column. But if we want to access a specific column, so we can use ilog function. If we want integer location, or if we want label based location, so we can use loc function. Here we can see how it works. When I run this, first it will print our name column, so it has printed our name column. Then we called our age column, so it has printed our age column. Then in this uh, row wise accessing, we have called our first row, so it has printed my first row. that name Alice, age 25, and city 1. Then I called second row, so it has printed our second row. Or if we want to specific cell value, access the specific cell value, so we can use this function dot at function, add function. So it will print the cell value. And if we want to filter data based on some condition, so we can perform it like this. In this we are accessing the data whose age is greater than 30. So here we can see only one entry has the age greater than 30, that is Charlie. So here we got our result. In this way we perform basic operations in Python. Now we will move forward to our second operations, or the second step of our data science, that is data preparation. So here we will learn different processes. First is how we can add an index field using Python. So to add an index field to our dataset, we can simply use reset index function of pandas library or pandas package that simply sets index value field of our dataset. For if second comes how we can change the misleading field values using Python. So for changing the misleading values, first we have to identify what are the misleading values. Then we can change it using the replace function of pandas library easily, like this. In this function, first we identified that here age of unknown is -1, so it needs to be replaced. So we can replace it with 0 simply. And we have seen that here is one person Charlie whose city is unknown, so we can change it unknown with NA by simply using dot replace method. You can see if we run this, we have got our result, our filtered data set. Now the age has become 0 and that unknown city has become not assigned. Now third comes that how to re-express categorical field values using Python. So to re-express categorical fields values using Python, we can simply use our mapping function. Mapping. How to use mapping? So to use mapping to re-express values, we can simply uh, create a dictionary for mapping what we want to, how we want to re-express categorical fields. For example, here for A, B, and C, we want to represent A as high, B as medium, and C as low. So first we had created a mapping dictionary with these inputs. Then what we have performed dot replace method by passing the this mapping dictionary. So it will replace all our categorical columns with these values. As we can see, when we run this block of code, we can see simply that the categories have been changed. Now the fourth uh, part of data preparation comes that how we can standardize numeric fields using Python. So to standardize numeric values, we can use standard scalar function of sklearn.preprocessing package. For using standardized numerical values, we have to first create a variable of standard scalar. Then we can pass the column names of the dataset which we want to standard scalar, which we want to standardize. And then we can call the function fit transform. For example, in this function, in this code you can see clearly how this function has standardized numeric fields. Now to, our next part comes how to identify outliers using our Python. This is the main task to find outliers, which makes our data analysis something difficult or problematic. So we need to identify and remove them. So to identify outliers, we can simply use uh, different plots to see the data set, or we can use stats to identify outliers. For example, in this dataset, we want to find outlier. So what we have done, we have created a box plot, and in this box plot, we can clearly see that this is the outlier 20. All the values are coming inside this box, but this is uh, going so out of range, and it will create problem in our data analysis. So we can remove this outlier, or we can also use stats method for we were calculating the z score of our values, and we can uh, put some condition like the whose z score is greater than 3 or less than -3. We have to identify them, and in this way you can see here when we put this function, so we have got our outlier. In this way we can identify our outliers by two methods. First is our plotting, by plotting different graphs, or second is we can use statistical methods by calculating z score or other things. Now here we have completed our two parts of data analysis or data science. Now comes our third path, or third main task for data analysis is exploratory data analysis. For exploratory data analysis, first we will understand how to construct a bar graph with overlay using Python. So for this we have to input two libraries, two packages or two libraries, that is matplotlib.pylot. As plt we are using plt as an alias, and secondly numpy to create arrays of first we will take some sample data categories, and these are the data. For this, first we have to set up the figure and axis. uh, we had by using subplot method of pyplot matplotlib, we have set up the figure and axis. Then we set the bar width, how much we want to put the bar of width of the bar. Then the bar positions by using this numpy method. Then we can plot our bar plot by using bar method of this, and we can set different labels, titles and legend using set x label, set y label, set title, x sticks, y sticks, legend. And lastly, to show our bar graph we have to call show method. And in this way you can see how we have beautifully created our bar graph. In this way we can analysis that which dataset and how our dataset is going in this bar graph, or what pattern our dataset is following. So next comes in exploratory data analysis, that how to construct contingency table using Python. So to construct contingency table in Python, we can use cross tab method of pandas library. Cross tab method helps to create our consistency table for different features. For example, in this example dataset, we have created this dataset, and we have called cross tab method for gender and status. And when we print this contingency table, we have seen that it has created a very well trained, well defined contingency table. So we can create by using cross tab method. So third comes that how we can construct histogram with overlay using Python. So to construct histograms, similar methods comes as we have created our bar graph. First we will create the set of the figure and axis, then we will call, this time we will call hist function, and we will pass our data and the values of label color in this, and then we will set the values of x label, y label and title of our graph, and then simply we can call the show method to show the histogram, and then in this histogram we can clearly observe or analyze that however or what trends our data follows. Next comes how to perform binding based on predictive value using R or Python. So now we want to perform binding based on predictive values. So to perform binding based predictive values using Python, we can simply use decision tree regression, train test split. So for binding, we have, for calculating the binding based predictive values, we have to simply, first we will create a decision tree regression to predict the target, and then we will fit our data set, then we will use the trained model on predicted values, and then we will create bins based on the predictive. We will create bins, labels and data bins, and then we will create some, we can use cut method, and then we will also pass that bins labels to the our cut method. It will simply create the bin based predictive values in Python. Then we can simply print our values, and here we can see how this works in Python. So this is the exploratory data analysis. Now we will understand the further things in our next video. Thank you.